Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the August readings. Sorry it's a little late, and as you can see there is no video, there's just audio. That's going to be because I am sick and I don't want to be seen on camera, okay? And also this lets me do tarot readings in bed, which I've never done that before, like lying down, so we're gonna see how this goes. Alright, so timestamps are below and we'll get right into it. Hi Gemini, welcome to your August reading. We're just gonna jump right in. If you can take a deep breath for me. Alright. Ooh. Excuse me. Immediately start choking on my own spit. Great. Alright, so we have Strength in reverse. We have the World card. And then we have Page of Pentacles in reverse. So, I feel like something is coming to an end. And it's not ending necessarily because you want it to or because you really planned on this ending, but something is ending because you can't be strong for that situation anymore. You can't invest any more of your energy or your resources into a certain situation. I think it might be a person. So for some of you guys, it could be, you know, a romantic person or a familial person. Yeah, something to do with your home. So it's like someone who lives in your home. So it's like your wife, your husband, your mom, your dad, whatever, someone in the home, right? But something is coming to an ending, and it's because you can't, it's like you can't hold this up for them anymore. For a long time you've been expected to stay strong and be the brave one, be the bold one, be the masculine one, whatever, but you're coming to a point where the expectations of you are also becoming detrimental to you. And so it would be in your best interest this month, Gemini, to cut the cord on whatever this is. We're gonna get more cards. Take a big deep breath for me. Alright, so we have the Hermit, the Ace of Wands in reverse, and the Sun. So it's saying you are going to go through a little period of isolation, of solitude, of introspection. That's fine, that's needed actually. And it's saying that you are going to feel a lack of motivation, and you know, there won't be a spark and you won't be able to be as creative. But once you grieve, once you have reflected on yourself enough, you will come out of this with a new kind of inspiration. An inspiration that comes from inside and not one where it's given to you or where you're inspired by someone else. This is going to be an internal kind of inspiration, an intrinsic motivation that you haven't had in a while. I think for a long time you've kind of subconsciously just absorbed, you know, the identities or personalities or hobbies of those around you, but you didn't really think if it was truly aligned with you. And it's not for every Gemini, right? This is, again, a general reading, but that's what I'm sensing for some of you. So this is kind of like dropping the things, like the projects and things that you've been investing your energy in that you aren't actually interested in. And that provides room, that makes room for you to discover the things that you actually want to do and the things that actually bring you joy. So that's a good thing. it just might be torturous for you because you need stimulation and you need people and conversation, and solitude is the opposite of that. But Gemini, for you this month, it might be good, you know? It might be good for you to just have some quiet, for you to talk with yourself and not have external feedback. Introspection is really on the forefront for you. Yeah, I think you just haven't had really a chance to be independent in a while, if ever. You have the 10 of Pentacles here, you have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, and then the 6 of Swords in reverse. So you have always lived up to tradition, to family expectations, to whatever was previously built before you, right? And in order to uphold the wealth, the status, the resources, the connections, whatever comes with that, that structure, in order to maintain that, you had to sacrifice your independence, whether it was what you wanted to do, whether it was your sexuality, whether it was your opinions, whatever it was. There was a part of you that had been stifled because of your family, because of tradition, because of society. And August is inviting you to revisit that, revisit those values and traditions, and see if they truly line up with your morals, and use this time during August to solidify your morals. I just saw a 555. Yeah, and 5 is all about change. So you might have to break some family tradition. You might have to break some family structures, and that will rock the boat. And I think you didn't want to do that for a long time, but it's kind of calling you to. And they'll still be your family, but it's just gonna be growing pains, if you will, because especially generations that have just upheld things for the sake of it and never questioned anything, but truly deep down inside they wanted to do something different. And then a younger generation comes along and they're like, you know what, this isn't right, let's try something else. There can be a sense of jealousy, of animosity, of like, well, how come they get to do what they want and I had to do what was right for the family? And it's like, that's just life. Sorry, that sucks. But I'm making the choice now because it's my life. And you had that choice, or maybe not, I don't know what your family situation is. But like, at least if you're watching this now, you have the choice to make it. And I don't think it's right for your family to stop you from being happy because the tradition is XYZ, you know? So you're going to have to make a decision this month, Gemini, on your own, to either break family tradition or to go after what it is that you truly want. But the most important thing is to go within and not be affected by outside opinions. In this case, I really think it has to do with your family. Family or tradition or societal norms, any of those. You're going to have to go against the grain this month. Either that or not even go against it, but it's just like you have to figure out where you stand, right? Because you can always see things from either side, but seeing things from either side doesn't get things done. So you have to pick a side to stand on and to morally align with. And I know a lot of Geminis are like, don't tell me what to morally align with. It's like, fine, don't. I don't know. You came to this tarot reading. I don't know what to tell you. This is what my cards say. All right. So make the choice this month, Gemini. The decision is all yours. Have a good one. Hi, Libra. All right, let's get into your August reading. Oops. Take a deep breath for me, Libra. We have the Moon, the King of Pentacles, and the World card. So something is It's like something is coming to an end, but it's been a long time coming, and you weren't necessarily waiting for it. You were like living your life, you know? But it's kind of like you knew that this ending was confrontational. Not even confrontational, but it's definitely more of like an internal thing. Like, you prefer to have things be lighthearted and fun, and not that you don't feel emotion, but it's just not your realm, right? So with the moon here next to the King of Pentacles, there's a certain rigidity that you're projecting this month, in order to protect your emotions, to protect your feelings. I think even like to protect yourself from your feelings, because it's like you don't want to feel your feelings, like you're resisting it, right? Like you're rationalizing it. But I see this coming to an ending because it's almost as if it's like toxic positivity, right? Like, you're tired of always putting on a happy face when you don't necessarily feel like it. You're tired of always being, you know, the peaceful one, the mediator. I mean, you're not tired of being that. You enjoy that, you prefer that, but it's starting to wear on you, you know, because you are human too. So there's only so much that you can fake after a while. Libra, up next we have the Seven of Swords, Judgment, and the Star card in reverse. So yeah, it's like you are now having to take a really hard look at yourself in the mirror and look at all the ways that you have not only lied to other people, not necessarily in malice, but the ways that you've lied to yourself in order to, more oftentimes than not, keep the peace. So how have you been lying to yourself? What have you been lying about yourself to, again, yourself or others? It's judgment is here because it can either mean judgment from other people, but I think it's really more about you looking at yourself and seeing yourself for the first time in a while. Not necessarily a good or bad thing, you know, it's a general reading, so take that how you will. But the Star card in reverse here, it's saying to me that it's healing that you haven't done, and it's really, really long overdue. So you have to allow the negative emotions to come in sometimes. Allow yourself to be angry, to be annoyed, to be sad, to be guilty, to be regretful, because everybody feels that at some point in their life, right? Like, if you have remorse and you have empathy, like, you're gonna go through that. So you feeling these negative emotions is normal. It's not an indication that you did life wrong or that you're failing at something. It's just how life is. And so once you feel those emotions, you can let them pass, and then you can go back to being your happy-go-lucky self. All right, you have the Ace of Pentacles, Temperance in reverse, and then Four of Swords upright. So, again, Ace of Pentacles here, along with the Four of Swords, it's saying that your blessings will come when you give yourself a rest, when you allow yourself to not be, or not force yourself to be the happy one all the time. It's okay if you genuinely are the happy one all the time, but if you're forcing it when you feel like something is wrong, or when you feel like you want to cry or you want to express yourself, but you probably shouldn't because the group wouldn't like it or people wouldn't like what you have to say. It's the thing about scales, right? The thing about the scales is that by nature they are balanced, but by design they measure imbalances more often than not, right? Because sure, we use scale, I mean, at least the old school scales, like, to figure out if something weighs the same as something else. More oftentimes than not, they don't weigh the exact same thing the very first time around. And that's okay. That's the function of a scale, is to decipher that. It's not to acquire equality, it's to decipher equality. So when you are able to decipher when to speak up and when to keep the peace, that's when your emotions will flow easily and the energy will be able to, clear out your system. Because I think for a while you've held in your opinion, you've held your tongue for a really long time to keep the peace, to, hold positive public opinion. But now it's like, I feel like you're starting to sense that you don't care as much about that, because it's like, people are going to like you anyway, so you might as well speak your mind, right? Yeah, so I think this is pretty good. This is just you taking a good hard look at yourself this month and deciding when and where to disagree with people. But first, you're going to go through a phase of actually accepting that it's okay to disagree with people. Damn, this was a good reading, Libra. Okay, so I will see you next month. Take it easy. Have a good one. Hi, Aquarius. Welcome to your August reading. Take a big deep breath for me, please. Okay. You have Justice in reverse, Two of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. For some of you, I don't know why, I got the feeling that some of you are really yearning for a lover that you have abroad that you can't access right now because of, everything. So that's one possibility. Another possibility is that a lot of you are considering dropping everything you have and moving somewhere else. Not necessarily for a lover, but just because. You just want to shake things up, or you just want to see what's out there, or the resources and places and people that you've seen, it's like been there, done that, got the t-shirt kind of energy, and you just want something new. So let's see what your heart is yearning for, Aquarius. Yeah, okay. I think this is a love reading. You have the Eight of Cups in reverse, you have the Three of Swords in reverse, and then you have the Lovers upright. So I think a lot of you guys want to get back together with an ex. I don't know. And again, this is a general reading, so it might not resonate for everyone, but if you are thinking about going back to an ex, I think you guys might act on that this month because you're feeling really motivated for some reason. The only thing I'm concerned about is that, are you going back to this ex? Are you feeling motivated because you can't move forward in something else? Because sometimes we can trick ourselves that moving backwards is moving forwards because we're moving our feet, right? But if you're walking in circles, that's not necessarily forward. If you're walking backwards on a timeline, that's not moving forward either. You're just going down the wrong way. So be very careful with this, Aquarius, because it's like, I sense it can be fun and adventurous, and it's like, yeah, lover abroad, oh my god, I miss you so much. That could be great, but I can see it going south really quickly, because if this is based off of all the wrong reasons, then it won't be sustainable. All right. Let's see what else. Okay, Aquarius, you are going to have to really prioritize this month what is important to you and act upon that. Because if you don't, if you act for the wrong thing, or if you chase a person for the wrong reason, it can turn your direction, or it can turn your life's direction or your life's trajectory in a way that you, one, did not want, and two, could not have ever expected. So, and I don't mean to be all ominous about it, but it's just like, you have to take your decision making really seriously when it comes to life partners. That's all I'm getting. So, the Chariot in reverse, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, King of Swords in reverse. So again, it's like I think if you are going back to an ex because you feel stuck, don't. If you're going back to an ex because something else in your life isn't moving forward, don't. Okay? COVID anxiety is real. Lack of mobility in terms of like physical but also global is real. So your anxiety is not invalid here. It's just we can't always see clearly when we're anxious or when we are impatient about something. So make sure that you just think really carefully before you go back to an ex, okay? Think really carefully, because not only can you turn your life in a direction you don't want, you can actually I don't know, I think it could be very, very detrimental to your mental health, to say the least. Very detrimental. So, in the event that you have the option to move forward with someone from the past, or to not move at all with them, or not move at all in general, choose not to move at all. Okay? I know you're anxious, and I know you have a lot of energy that you want to get out, and you just want to move your legs, and you just want to move forward so you can feel like you're moving and that you're not sitting still. But if this is an ex, and for some of you, you know specifically what ex I'm talking about. If this is an ex and you're trying to go back to them just because you're feeling anxious about something, do not, I repeat, do not do that, okay? Yeah, I understand the anxiety of not being able to move forward, but bro, don't go back to the past just because it's somewhere to go, okay? Do not go back to the past just because it's somewhere to go. It's better for you to just sit still and be patient and wait for things to open up, wait for more opportunities to open up, and then you can, move forward with relationships and pursuing people or whatever. But for now, you're just gonna have to sit pretty, because I'm getting like the people around you, or the people that want to be in your life or that want to come in your life right now, are not going to be worth it. So just wait, because the universe is going to deliver you the right people, but you have to actively wait, okay? And again, be very cautious with this ex. All right, Aquarius, have a good August. I will see you next month.